What's up guys, Sleepz here with another episode of my journey to an ultimate team, and we're going to start this episode off entering a fresh foot draft. At the end of last episode, we won that one, and you guys saw I got two 25k packs and two 5k packs, which is pretty terrible, so hopefully this time around we can get some decent rewards. And as you guys are going to see here, I do something that normally in a foot draft I wouldn't do. You guys see me hovering over 4-1-2-1-2, and that's actually the narrow version, my favorite formation in the game. But I just kept thinking to myself, if I choose this formation, I'm not going to get the likes of Neymar, Ronaldo, Messi. I'm not going to get those elite wingers, and I really want to increase my chances of getting players like that. So I did something that I normally would not do, and I just chose a different formation that I'm probably not as comfortable with. And instead of going with like a solid formation that I'm very good with, because I wanted these good players essentially, like Ronaldo and them. So you guys can see here that we do start off very well. We do get the inform Aguero. We also get the, I think that's actually second inform Sanchez 91. That's absolutely insane. I opted to go with some chemistry here using Willian, which actually in hindsight, I'm literally just realizing right now I could have gotten Dybala. I don't know why I didn't go for Dybala. I guess I just wasn't thinking of the Argentina link. So I probably messed that one up there. But anyways, we do get an icon Okocha 5-star skiller with somebody who I was very excited to use. And our center mid over here is actually going to be a very average player. I just went with Hughes purely for chemistry purposes. All these other guys are from some random leagues, and we're basically at this point kind of forming a Premier League one for the most part. So De Bruyne basically came to our rescue. A bit attack-minded, admittedly, but he does have high work rate, so I think he'll drop back a little bit and help me defend in some way, shape, or form. And then in center back, we are going to go with Vertonghen just because he has slightly more pace than Alderweireld, and we want as much pace as possible. Our other center backs here, this is where things kind of went downhill. We didn't get anybody from the Premier League here, so I literally went for the one with the most pace. And out right center back, finally, to complete our back line, a very poor selection yet again. So our goalkeeper as well wasn't all that good. I think on this one we do get Begovic. But what I wanted to say is that overall, what I'm looking for from the bench is we want basically center backs to help us out there, because our center back selection is so poor, and we're playing three at the back. Like, playing three at the back, and to use these center backs I have now, I'm in desperate need of something good. Luckily, you guys see there very early on, our first three selections, bang, we get Bailly, one of the best center backs in the game, and we actually get Scream Company. I'm like, you know what? All right, this will do just fine. So I am going to use them, and we actually also get another icon. I have never gotten two icons in one draft before, when we get the prime Rui Costa, who I've come up against countless times in Foot Champions and never had the luxury of using him myself. So he's somebody who I'm going to slot into that center mid position where we had Hughes, because obviously he is an icon, so the chemistry is going to be just fine there. We're going to put Company in the middle because he's probably like the least agile and like slowest of my three center backs, so he's going to hold it down in the middle. We're going to put the Mane up there, the Hero Mane, I believe that is, or is that Player of the Month? I'm not really sure if you can get Player of the Month in these drafts. I'm not 100% sure. So we're going to stick Mane up there anyway, where Willian was. And overall, guys, this is actually the best draft I've had so far on the channel. I think we're at a 186. Yes, we are. You guys see there, confirming it for you. We have lots of special cards, two icons. The only downside, and I mentioned it right at the beginning, is that the formation is not a good formation, and I guess you can say our left mid is pretty lackluster. So overall, like I said, I'm pleased with the draft, but I knew going into this that I'd have to adapt to the formation, and hopefully I can perform to the best of my ability. You see, this guy did the smart thing. He went for a 4-3-1-2. He probably had the option for a 3-at-the-back formation, but was like, you know what? I'm going to go with something I actually know how to play. So early on, 13 minutes in, we go up through De Bruyne. We send him on a run, and we get him in behind. And then he is going to respond, though. This guy was a good player. There's times where you play a draft, and when you play a draft, you basically, I would say 80% of the time, I want to say, your first match is very easy. This was not one of those times. This guy was actually like really solid. This guy is definitely part of that 20% where you just get a player who knows what they're doing, and they're just like me. They're starting off because they're trying to get into the final. So unfortunately for me, I came up against a decent player in the first round. And when you couple that with the fact that I wasn't all that comfortable with the formation, the main thing that was killing me in this formation was the counters. This guy just always was countering me, and with those three at the back, it was very hard to defend. I even took out our left mid because that left mid actually had high-low, and I actually stuck a Willian there who has high-high, so I thought he'd track back a little bit more. But overall, I don't ever think I came to grips with this formation. and it led to a lot of dodgy opportunities like this. Like how we managed to keep that ball out of the back of the net after that scramble, I have no idea. But here's a good example. You guys see here, it's a 3v2, so he's just basically doing passes and eventually finds space. He actually subbed on Keita Balde Diao, and he is going to finish that off with a low-driven opportunity. And you see here, here's another counter. It's a 4v3, 4v2 situation. The opportunities like this just kept coming and coming, and I was finding it very difficult to stop them. Right here, this is a huge save from Begovic. I can't stress enough. We kept us alive in this one in the 82nd minute now we are, and we're going to find a decent opportunity there with Mbappe, but his keeper is up to the save, and we are actually going to finally equalize. I know I've been talking very negatively, but I would say I was competitive enough in this game. But so we do get the equalizer there, making it 3-all. But after that, there wasn't many opportunities. You guys see here, he actually almost manages to kill the game off in the 90th minute. But fortunately for me, Begovic did come up with a save. And it came down to a penalty shootout. Not much action going on in extra time. And this is what happened.
In the shootout. All you need to do is put it in the net in the shootout, and he's done it. And he scores his penalty. That's when no goalkeeper on earth could reach it.
No, you could have had two in there and neither would have got to it.
Stepped up and slotted it away. And that's a good penalty in the circumstances. Sergio Aguero is the penalty take. The goalkeeper waited, and he got a reward for it because the ball's come right to him. Beat the goalkeeper well in this penalty shootout. Well, the pressure really on, isn't it? He has to score, otherwise they lose. Kept it out, and they've won the shootout. Brilliant goalkeeping.
So there you have it, guys. Unfortunately, I did not manage to clutch it out in that penalty situation. And if you guys look at the stats here, I probably didn't deserve to win. He had 16 shots, 11 on target. Like I was mentioning throughout the gameplay, I don't think I ever came to grips with the formation. I just didn't play that well. He definitely deserved to win, and the penalty shootout this time did provide some justice. So we're going to go right back into a foot draft because we need the packs. You guys saw there we got 2 5K packs and an ultimate loan reward pack. We don't care about any of that. And then this time around, when I looked at the formations, I was like, okay, let's not do something dumb. Like, I was actually borderline tempted to choose a 5 at the back because I was like so annoyed at how many goals I conceded. So this time around, I'm like, which one of these formations I was favoring the most? I do like to play with 2 strikers, so I was kind of stuck between holding and flat. I just decided to go with flat because that's a formation that I've used many times over the years, and our captain is going to be Inform Hazard, which isn't bad at all. You see there, I was kind of considering doing Neymar, but I'm kind of glad I went with Inform Hazard, and you guys will see why in a second. So, our striker choices weren't all that great, at least in this first position. We are going to go with Benteke, who gives Hazard a bright link, but over here, we do manage to get this striker Ronaldo, which is amazing. Also, Shevchenko as an option there, but of course, we got to go with 95 striker Ronaldo, which I was very excited to use. This is a card that is very high on my priority list and I hope to own eventually. So I was very excited to use him. At center mid, we are going to go with Arda Turan because he's not bad. He has high work rates, and I think he'll just about get the job done. At left mid, I decided to go with the Path to Glory Rashford just because he had the overall most pace, and you guys are going to see me kind of tinker with the squad as I go around. So we're going to have Premier League on the left-hand side, and I'm going to do my best to have La Liga on the right-hand side. Unfortunately, I did not get a right mid from La Liga, so I went with Balassi purely because if I ended up having to go like basically all Premier League and then maybe sub on Ronaldo, I could do that as an option. So we are going to go with Balassi there. Left back was a very straightforward choice. I didn't have to put much thought into that. Van Aanholt, lots of pace. He's going to link up with our Premier League players. Our center back here on the left-hand side, another very good choice, Keane, and it also had an anchor chemistry style, which is very nice. Our right center back, I was hoping to get somebody from La Liga, and fortunately for us, we do manage to get that. It is Nacho Fernandez, so that was a very simple choice for me. Now at this point, I'm hoping to get a right back from La Liga, and I was fortunate enough to get one. However, it's not the best option. You guys see that French right back only has 77 pace, and when you're playing foot draft and you're going to come up against a lot of Ronaldos, Neymars, and Messis, you need better fullbacks than that. In goal, we didn't get a very good choice either. I literally just went for this guy because he is from La Liga. And now moving on to the bench, what am I looking for? A goalkeeper, which I got pretty much straight away in Courtois. We're looking for a right mid and a right back from La Liga, which we got there with the Vidal, but we did not get a right mid. And if possible, a better center mid other than Turan. I wasn't crazy about that selection, but I just purely went for it because of the link to Ronaldo, albeit a light one. And then other good players that I got here, I did manage to get Choupo-Moting in form, which I thought maybe I could bring on as a striker, as a substitution later on in matches. We got once to watch Neymar, 94 overall, a very nice pick for us there. And then right here, this is a decision that I really wasn't sure about. I could go for Kovacic and go for a better center mid. That also gives, basically, I'd have Ronaldo on full chemistry after that. But I decided to go with the right mid just to improve the chemistry of the team overall. We went for Amrabat at right mid, which actually looks terrible. He used to have like good pace. Now he's only has 81 pace. Not too great. But other than that, I'm pretty pleased with this draft. I would say overall, although it's not as high rated as the one that we just did, this team overall is just a better team. I have a good formation that I'm more comfortable with. Obviously, having Ronaldo up top helps loads and loads. The only problem I would say overall was Benteke. We got stuck with Benteke, but the changes I'm going to make with this team is I'm actually going to drop Benteke altogether. I will put Neymar in at striker. I'm going to be putting Hazard at right mid where Amrabat is, and where Hazard was, I'm going to put Fernandinho. So Fernandinho coming in, and also Neymar. Those are like the two guys that are coming in. Now, and this match is nothing like the last one. The last one had lots of opportunities, lots of goals. This one, that was one of the only highlights that I could pick out from the entire match, other than the goal that actually came in the 81st minute. So we do win this one 1-0. And I would say overall, like I said, that was a very jammy game. Nothing really was going for us. I actually brought on Dybala as a striker because Neymar wasn't really getting involved. That game just had a lot of block shots, a lot of like half chances, nothing really solid. So we win that one 1-0, and I was going to include some of the other matches in this episode, but I felt like the episode was running a little bit long. So next episode, what we are going to be doing is finishing off this draft, qualifying for Foot Champions, because this time around I am going to qualify, and I'm also going to share with you guys some Team of the Year preparation I am doing, because I really hope to have some Team of the Year players on this account. The Team of the Year has not been announced, but the voting and all that starts, so hopefully sometime next week we can open up some of our packs and pack one of those blues. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you're all enjoying the series. Please leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.